This is Serkan Ozturk. We're here in Sydney for True Talk. Special episode this week. It's 420, the holy day for stoners. Let's find out what's going on and why everyone's gathered here today.
I'm a massive cannabis legalisation. I'm not particularly high. I've got important things to do tonight, so I'm just high on life.
There is so much hope for cannabis legalisation in Australia. The Greens really support this, and they've got not only a bill through the states in South Australia, they've got a bill going through, but also they've got a federal bill going through that mirrors it. Things are still being pushed out there. I heard an interview with the Attorney General from South Australia just the other day, and she made the claim once again that long-term use causes schizophrenia. And we know this is not true. We have the evidence to prove this is not true, but this is one of those bullshit things that they made up to try and make cannabis look bad. So we just have to keep working on that. We have to keep breaking that stigma, and eventually we will get there, and we're getting closer and closer. And I'm really frustrated, and so at the moment I have a few days to decide whether or not I might actually run for federal parliament myself, because I have had enough of these politicians.
We're here with Kate Pham, the New South Wales Greens MP. She's here openly supporting 420.
Okay, so 420 is this fabulous day, International Day of Cannabis Celebration, but it's actually also protesting against stupid, dangerous laws. Here in New South Wales, we have had cannabis, the personal use of cannabis, made illegal since 1935, for goodness sake. And of course, during that time, what have we seen? But cannabis use hasn't gone away. No. Cannabis use hasn't decreased. There's an inquiry into a bill that I've introduced on behalf of the Greens, which is to remove to basically make an exemption for medicinal cannabis users if they're pulled over by the stupid roadside drug tests. Basically, if they're found to have any trace of medicinal cannabis in their system, they can show a prescription, they'll be exempt, right? That's really important. Secondly, I have a bill to tax and regulate cannabis that is before the New South Wales Parliament. We plan to bring that on for debate before the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, we're going to do it. I can't guarantee that Labor or Liberals or Nationals are going to support it, but we will bring it on for debate. And we've got the federal election coming up. It's also our policy at the federal level to bring in a bill to tax and regulate cannabis.
Well, I got actually injured at work, so I've been fighting in the Workers' Compensation Commission, because they denied all treatment.
Wow.
Because my doctor's prescribed cannabis, because I work in the brewing industry. So, they said doctors said you couldn't mix opioids and beer, and then the eye care and the insurer denied everything. They went, no, you're not in pain. You don't get treatment, because you've prescribed cannabis. So I've been fighting them. I finally got surgery after 2 years, but they're still going to the Workers' Compensation Commission.
The police have ways of triggering the dogs and making them behave as though there has been some drugs or some sort of illicit material found on the person, even if that's not the case.
Now, have police ever caught a major drug trafficker at a train station with these sniffer dogs?
No.
I ran a hydro shop that I started up, did it for about 9 months or so, and most of the customers that came in, one of the biggest things they were always asking, when's it going to be legalised? I said, it starts with you at home. You're going to get up and actually start to put an effort in and not sit at home and smoke billies and go up and make a change yourself. But the biggest thing is the stigmas, is because people have these ideas that people who smoke pot are useless or lazy or not capable. Whereas myself, I have another option where, like, for example, I have a very overactive mind. I have ADHD. So, for example, I have the option of taking Ritalin, which is essentially speed. I had severe speed addiction and problems when I was in my earlier teens, and so that's not a good option for me. I can smoke 30 cones a day and I'll still function perfectly fine. I'll be up every morning, I've got great routine, my room is perfectly tidy, and I do more work than the average person can comprehend. And if it wasn't for this, I can't set that focus, or I could by using alternative things like speed. So.
Don't just look at it, think about smoking that. Happy 420, folks.